Hey everyone, happy fall, y'all. Welcome to the weekly wrap up, a show where I share with you my personal top 5 tweets of the week. Why do I do this? Well, for me, Twitter has been a gold mine of educator tips, hacks, and info. And if you do not have a personal learning network, allow me to be it. So, also social media is not for everybody, and you're super busy. So here I am doing the work for you. Let's get started with this week's top 5. First up is a blog post by Tom Mulaney in which he outlines 7 cool ways teachers can effectively use Google Docs to better engage students. In the interest of time, I would outline his awesome sauce ideas. I learned so much, but we don't have the time. So I encourage you to read the article for yourself. It's linked in the tweet. I guarantee, however, it will make things so much easier when you are designing lessons for your kiddos. Okay, next up, we have this tweet from Kristen and Joe Merrill, who do like everything together. They have kids, they teach, they write, they coach, and they still manage to stay happily married. But they have this great idea for our introverted students who don't necessarily want to share their faces or their voices in Flipgrid. And the idea is sentence strips. So just simply using the text feature, simple brilliance, using the text feature in Flipgrid makes that happen. So students can share their thinking about an idea. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be for reluctant students, because why not have kids do the writing and share their writing? It's a Common Core standard. So why not? Thanks for the tips, guys. Appreciate that. We also have here, we also have this post from John Klein. He, speaking of simple brilliance, instead of adding tons of text to a slide deck, which we tend to do as teachers, he added video of himself. So much more engaging, so much more inclusive for ELLs and special needs kiddos and emerging readers. You could totally do this. John used WeVideo. You could do this with Screencastify or Flipgrid Shorts too. It would be perfect to add, a quick message from yourself, a video explaining things, post it to your Google Classroom for self-paced learning. You could do this for back to school nights, for parent conferences, and even for your subs. Leave them something so the kids kind of know you're still there. And by the way, shout out to Paula at SlidesMania. If you have not been over there to check out her ready-made slide decks to make educator lives easier, you are certainly missing out. So make sure you hit that. Okay, this number 4 is a post from CBD Consulting, Communications by Design in Michigan. I saw this tweet and the blog post in it. It's 3 simple ways to make learning relevant to students. I literally could not be simpler. First, you have students create a list of personal interests. Then as a class, you list the topics, the vocabulary, and the concepts you're learning. And then finally, because when students always ask, are we going to have to do this in real life? You have them choose one item from each list and then write about the connection between the two. So really does sort of build relevance, and you get to learn a little bit about your students. Let me know if you give it a try in the classroom, because I don't have one and I would really like to see this in action. So please reach out if you try it. Okay, and finally, number 5, here we go, STEM. If you are looking for a meaningful, quick bell ringer or exit ticket that isn't just busy work, this idea from Tom English, who is Irish, by the way, just answers the question, what's a STEM activity you can do in 5 minutes? And his response was, he has students draw 2 lines on a piece of paper, pass it to his buddy. That buddy draws 2 lines and they pass it back and forth, each drawing 2 lines over and over until they kind of have a product idea from the squiggles. So critical thinking at its most simple ideation of it. Really great. Love it. Okay, guess what? We are done. Trying to get quicker with this. So the top 5 finds on Twitter from the last week. I hope you find them useful for your teacher life. All of the links for today's show are down below. Feel free to share this video at faculty meetings, teacher-based teams, share it at lunch with your colleagues, email it. And if you need anything, and I do mean this, if you need anything, please reach out. Questions, suggestions, or if you just need some coaching. I am Stephanie DeMichael. I'm a learning designer and instructional coach with the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.